Yo, what is money? Money. What is it? Basically, money started off as being a ledger. I make wagon wheels, you grow tomatoes. You gave me a certain amount of tomatoes every year for a couple of years, and I gave you a wagon wheel. And we had to write it down. I don't care what it is. Let's say you needed a tool, a shovel. Somebody had a shovel. You traded. It was barter. Somebody had an axe. I mean, I'm going back hundreds of years ago. And then they come up with using shells for money, or using salt for money, or gold, or diamonds. And then the government stepped in and started having dollars, silver, you know, quarters that were made out of silver, gold, and then of course it went to paper. Okay, just think about that for a minute. Then it went to paper. Silver's real. It's something. It's silver. It's a metal, and it really conducts electricity real good. It's got good properties. It's valuable. Gold, I guess it's good for jewelry, or maybe it conducts electricity. I'm not a metallurgist or whatever the word is. I only know so much, but I know that gold's very valuable. And of course, diamonds, that's very valuable too. The history of diamonds is like even the Hasidic Jewish people, when they came to this country, a little tiny bag you can hang anywhere with diamonds could be your whole life savings. Okay, so what is money? Now it's different because now our government prints money. Real quick, 1933, they made owning gold illegal. The government confiscated all gold, and they give you $5 an ounce or something. I'm making up the numbers, but immediately after they confiscated it, then it went to like $50 an ounce or something. So you got ripped off. Okay, then in '65, I still believe that's why they shot Kennedy, because Johnson and them boys from Texas, they wanted to start making coins out of pot metal instead of silver, and he didn't want to. Kennedy didn't want to. But that's off. That's a sidetrack. That's wacky idea. But anyway, money was silver in '63, '64. They stopped making quarters out of silver. Now a quarter from '64 is worth something like $12 to $16 to $20. Not because it's an antique, because of its weight in silver. Now the other thing too is pennies. Pennies used to be copper. Before '84, they were 90% copper. Now they say a penny before '84 is worth 3 cents just in raw copper. Then in '73, Nixon made a deal one day where he said the dollar's not going to be based on gold anymore. The dollar's going to be based on nothing. And he made a deal with Saudi Arabia. That's what he called the petrodollar. Okay, so money, it's a ledger. It's just a record, okay, of who owes who what. And then they went to using silver, coins. They went to using gold. Then all that switched. They went to paper. Now the government can print as much money as they want. So they can just print money. Like, they can print millions, billions. Back when it was COVID, remember, everybody got a check. They just print money. That's why a hamburger now costs $25. That's why in 10 years a hamburger is going to be $50, $60. So that's the history of money.